Evening people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back. Just seeing the We Are Driven intro. The We Are Driven team are still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, get yourself onto justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey as well. Go and have a read and then go and drop a donation if you can. Thank you very much. And then get yourself over to We Are Driven on Facebook and go and sign up and see what's happening over there. Click that like button, do that thing, follow the stuff and things. So that out of the way, big shout out to the channel sponsor, Woody's Wondrous Chilies, maniacal hot sauce and chili seeds and whatever else, and chaos in the mouth. Get some of that. Tonight, back round 6 of Team Oliver Racing's GR3 League. We're back at Brands Hatch tonight, full circuit. I should hope so in these big GR3 cars. Fast circuit, very fast circuit. A lot of places to get it wrong though here tonight. So the driver's just got to be on point around some of these turns. Like I say, you carry a lot of speed through them. I did say in the post earlier, catch a wheel on the grass and away you go. Away you go. So we'll see what happens tonight. So let's go and have a look at some scores. They have already chucked themselves out on qualifying laps already, so they're on an out lap. Right, let's have a look. So we've got some wonky scores tonight. As you can see, there's great big pen marks and stuff all over them. We've had the youths in. The youths have been graffitiing. Don't know what's going on. Right, so Gecko Racer leading the way at the minute with 157 points. RAA Bobby giving him a threat this afternoon, saying he's coming for you. 144 points on for Bob. LVO Trick sitting in third. He's got 126 points on board. Potter McPot sitting in fourth, 107 points for him. NGR Jambu fifth with 100 points, 89 points on board for Phil G. It's 89 points on board for Britzberger as well for seventh, so joint sixth with Phil G. Philo in eighth, he's got himself 88 points, so just behind Ace Killer, 86 points. I've got Fats Pickles Bro with 81 points. We'll drop a bit further down. Go to G Marge on 69 points. We've got Brinky on 56 points. Millerman on 45 points. Diablo, he's got himself 24 points. We've got Jordan Hogan, Vortex Racing. Sorry, Jordan, don't know why I said that. Vortex Racing 15th with 12 points and ADG 10 points. May as well take ADG off the score sheet. I think he only did one race, maybe. So that's scores up until tonight. Still got merch available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Usual stuff. Yep, right. Into the race. Well, qualifying. Let's have a quick look who's in. 13 drivers on track. We've got Potter, we've got G Marge, we've got Gecko, we've got Phil G, LVO Tricks, Brinky, Ace Killer, Fat Pickles Bro, RA Philo, Britzberger, NGR Jambu, RA Bobby and Diablo all racing tonight. Lovely host Potter McPot just rolling through. Turn the usual stuff on. I got it right tonight, people. Fast corner, easy to get it wrong. Brinky. So sitting on pole at the minute, Brinky with a 121.1, big BMW. Gecko Gecko second at 121.3 then in the Mustang. Phil G third at the minute, 121.4 in the BMW M3. He's in the M6. LVO Tricks Jaguar. He's got himself at 121.5, fourth on the grid at the minute. Ace Killer has got himself some gravel in the ducts of his car. Fifth place, 121.6. Going through cleans, I think, McLaren's, whatever it is called. Damage as well on board for Ace Killer. Trip to the pits for him then. Jambu 6, 121.6. Got Fat Pickles Bro 7th, 121.7. This burger in 8th, 121.7 as well. Pot 9th, 122.1. Diablo 10th, 122.2. G Marge in 11th, 126.1. Bobby has got a 128.2, but it's not actually counted. Philo rolling around at the back at the minute, a 155.6 his fastest. Brinky then. 2/10 quicker than Gecko. Chuck the info up for tonight's race. Where's that gone? Here we go. How does one do? Here we go then. So, no. Let's just read the thing. No, yeah, no. Doesn't turn to us. So, 2 races, 8. First 16 laps for race 1. Time of day on track will be 9:30. They do start with 100% worth of fuel and any tyres for this race, as many as you like, and no mandatory pit stop. And then we jump into race 2, a little bit of a break in between. It goes to a 33 lap race, 70% fuel. Time of day on track will change. Pit stop window. You can only pit before the lap 8, sorry, I jumped ahead of myself a little bit. Pit stop window for change of tyres will be open at the end of lap 8 tonight. You can pit before that, but only to repair damage and add fuel only, but no tyres before that point. Racing softs, racing medium compounds in the race. You are free to use as many tyres as you like in the pit stop window. There you go. Gecko then going quicker, 120.6. Chucks himself on pole. LVO second, 120.9 for LVO. Rinky then in the pits. Pushed down the order a little bit, but he's got a fresh set of boots on now. Let's see what he can do. Berger fourth, going quicker again, 121.3 for G. Still on that 121.4. Ace Killer now repaired, 121.6. Halfway through qualifying, still plenty of time left to get some laps in. Jambu, he's got a 121.6 as well. Fat Pickles, 121.7. Yeah, there's a tricky corner right there. Paddock Hill. G Marge got a bit quicker, 122.0, so 9th. Potomac Pot 10th. Could be on a strategic one here, 122.1 for his fastest. Diablo in 11th, 122.2. Philo 12th, a little bit wide through Graham Hill. Bobby then 13th. Again, 128.2 for Bob. Just staying out of the way of other drivers coming through. Burning some fuel off. If you look, first gear, he's got his brake on, full throttle. Trying to get that car as light as possible before he's going for his hot lap. There are rules to the burning of fuel. You can have one out lap, one hot lap, and one in lap. You can burn fuel on your out lap. I think you can burn fuel on your in lap as well, but you don't want to do that on your hot lap. just makes a slight change from last season, where drivers were fuel burning for, let's say, 14 minutes, crossing the line and then doing a super fast lap. So just changes it up a little bit. Jaguar of Elvio, 120.9 for him. Ricky holding on to that third for the time being. Oh, there you go. A little bit sideways through Sheen. Oh, there's Britsberger doing the same. Coming out of Druids. Just dipped a wheel on the, running a little bit wide on the exit maybe. Back in the pits. Just see Ace Killer kicking up some dirt there. Quicker, 121.5 after having to pit and get damage repaired. Phil G. Let's go quicker. Who was that? RAA Bobby. 120.6 for Bob. Chucks himself into second position. We've got left in quali just over 4 minutes. Yeah, the M3 a popular choice here tonight in this league. Rookie in the M6. That's Big Brother. There's another M3 for Jambu. Britsberger M3. Oh, we were looking at Ace Killer, but there is Britsberger. Phil G M3. There's Ace Killer in his Nissan. Jag for Philo. Mercedes for G Marge, Pickles in another M3, Pot in the Corvette, Diablo, Mercedes, Bobby now in the pits. Gecko hold on to it then. We've got 3 minutes remaining, still out on track. Stays out, we'll go for a lap on board with him, and he doesn't. Swine. Let's find somebody. Yeah, let's go out with Elvio. He might be on a bit of a slow one. He might be burning fuel on this one. Goes through Paddock Hill. Again at full speed. That can be a tricky turn. That can up the hill then into Druids. Over the hill, back down towards Graham Hill. Again, easy turn to run wide here, not quite so damaging. You can sort of gain control of it before you smash into a wall. Through Surtees then, tricky one, late apex. Again, just got to be careful on the exit, you don't want to run it too wide. Elvio just catching the curb on the way out there. Down into Pilgrim's Drop, up into Hawthorns. Again, carry a lot of speed through here, got to watch the exit. Same here, a little bit squirrely through there for Elvio. Down Dingle into Sheen. Sterling coming up again. Just watch the exit. Sheen's usually a good place for catching people out, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Final turn then. Clark curve back onto this start-finish straight. Now on for a hot lap for Elvio. We've been on board with Elvio. We're going to see what else is happening. Anybody else jumped themselves about anywhere? Jambu 5th, 121.2 for him. Sorry, 6th. Who's just gone quicker? Ace Killer. 121.074 for Ace Killer. just going quicker as well, 1:21.1, so he throws himself into 5th. Got a minute left on the race timer, so they will get to finish any laps they're on. Philo running it a tiny bit wide through there, see if he keeps the speed up. Potts decided to go for a diversionary off-roading excursion. Missed his time going through 30, so he's up on his time. It's enough to be Ace Killer at the minute. Quite enough to get LVO Tricks on the grid. So that's it, qualifying over. Everyone has to finish any laps they're on. Pull over after the start line. I've got a driver in front of Philo's, just keep an eye on the screen there, see if anyone moves. Oh, no. So Philo does go ahead of Ace Killer then, throws himself into 5th for the time being. There's Ace Killer. Let's find out who's in front of him. Pot then. G Marge right behind him as well. We've got Ace Killer. We'll flip through to everyone else. 21.0. So unfortunately doesn't move up the field at all. Bobby's just gone quicker though, on 20.4. Right at the end of quali then. He's now sitting on pole. Gr3 second. Has LVO Tricks got anything in the bag? Jambu as well. 20.5 for LVO. He throws himself into 2nd. Gecko pushed down another position then. Jambu 4th. Philo 5th, Ace Killer 6th, Brinky 7th, Pot in 8th, Britzberger 9th, Phil G 10th, Fat Pickles in 11th, G Marge in 12th, and Diablo 13th. That is grid order. Reverse grid for race 2. Some practice starts going on here, look. Here we go, we're in. Start of first race tonight then. 16 laps here at Brands Hatch. All the damage on. Oh, I thought that was me. Yeah, it's all the damage on, so that does mean a trip to the pits if you want that repaired. Or if you're just going to bear with it and race. Depends how bad it is, I suppose. Let's see how they get on then. Can the M3 get away? Bobby on pole, LBO Tricks 2nd, Gecko 3rd. Revs up then, wait for the lights to drop. They're away, sideways from Bob out the start gate. He's lost that position. Can he hold it into turn 1? He certainly warmed his tyres up. LVO then into the lead. Bobby holds that 2nd into Druids. Gecko holds 3rd. Philo 4th. Jambu in 5th. Pot 6th. Brinky 7th. Ace Killer in 8th. Phil G 9th. Fat Pickles 10th. G Marge. Oh, G Marge to 11th. Solly. Diablo 12th. Britzberger now at the back of this field. Everyone getting away though. Top 3 already pulled the gap. LVO, Bobby and Gecko. LVO got 0.6 already. Bobby being harassed by Gecko in the Ford. Philo then leading this next train of drivers as Philo, Jambu, Potter, Brinky. Killer bolted onto the back end of this as well. A little bit of a gap then back to Phil G. Tiny little bit of a gap back to G Marge as well. Fat Pickles hunting him down, being harassed by Diablo for that 11th place. He's not managed to hold it with the inside there, Diablo. Fat Pickles holds on to that one then. To Diablo's big rear end in that Mercedes. Look at the gap Elvio's pulled though, 1.9 seconds in that Jag. Two seconds and extended, and then Bobby. Pressure from Gecko. Now Philo's caught up with this train. Pulling that other pile of drivers with him. So we've got Philo, Jambu, Potter just a little way back now. Got Brinky and Ace Killer hunting his 6th place down. Killer has a look at Brinky up the inside, but doesn't do it. Phil G then in 10th, 9th. G Marge 10th, still in a train, except Elvio Tricks, who's managed to pull a bit of a gap. Fat Pickles 11th, Diablo 12th, Britsberger 13th. There's Elvio, 2.1 seconds up the road. Sideways through Paddock Hill. Bob then pulls a tiny bit of a gap between himself and Gecko. Gecko's got it wrong, somewhere he's under pressure from Philo. Jambu looking for a position move here as well. He's trying to run out the outside. Does he get a better run? A tiny bit wide through there. No. Oh, what a shot. Some camera work like that, people. Just about to kick in. Elvio then 2.1 seconds up front. Bobby pulled himself plenty of gap between himself and Gecko, 1.3 seconds. Gecko's still got a mirror full of Philo and Jambu. Taking inside lines wherever he can at the minute, Gecko. Now Philo slots one up the inside as they head up towards Sheen. Tricky turn. Oh, he's got a little bit wrong. He's caught Jambu. Jambu gets nudged off through Sheen. He's definitely going to end up at the back of the pack. Oh, a little bit sideways as he gets on as well. You've got to be careful. Dirty tyres. It'll spin the back end up easily. So can Jambu get anything back from this race? We'll see. 2.3 seconds now between Elvio and Bob. 2.6 between Bob and Gecko. Ultimate Pot through the drama has got himself up into 4th position, straight past Philo. Philo now got a mirror full of Brinky and Ace Killer, 6th and 7th. Phil G as well closing up. G Marge, so everyone's still a little bit of a gap in front of the top 2. A bit of a gap back to Jambu in last. And everyone else battling out for these mid-pack positions. Elvio's having none of it. No. Keep your battles. I'm off. 2.3 seconds. Bobby trying everything he can to try and close that gap. Gets bigger. Gecko Racer then managed to pull a tiny gap between himself and Potter. Potter's still under threat here from Philo. Brinky as well, still right there with him. A little bit of a gap now back to Ace Killer in 7th, just under a second back now. Does extend again then over a second as they come up the hill. Phil G, G Marge, Fat Pickles, Diablo and Britsberger still right there. Jambu 4.7 seconds back. Yeah, we're pushing hard now on those softs. Oh, Phil G has spun himself round. Not Sure if there was contact there, but he's now backwards and at the back of the pack. Oh, and into the wall. Yeah, trying to get off again with these rear-wheel drive cars can be a little bit tricky, especially with the dirty tyres once you've been on the grass. As you saw Jambu when he got himself back on track. Spun the rears up again, just trying to get the power down. Bob's got it wrong. Bob has got it wrong. He's now behind Gr3, so LVO Tricks has pulled 5.8 second lead here. A third of the way into the race. Gecko second, also 1.1 seconds over Bob. Where did Bob get it wrong? He's still running a little bit sideways through there. Pot closing up on him. Again, still got Philo right there. Brinky, Ace Killer, G Marge, Fat Pickles. There's Britzberger up into 10th. Diablo 11th. Jambu 12th, just 2 seconds down now. And then Phil G, unfortunately, 11.6 seconds down. So I don't know what happened to Phil G. Just quite comfortably rolling about. He's got to see that great big gap between himself and everyone else. There's Gecko in second again, just stretching that gap out between himself and Bob. Potter's closed that gap up on Bobby here as well. To half a second. Bob's under threat. Has he blown his tyres out too early? Pot's all over the back end of Bob. Mirror is a little less full of an RA Philo. RA Philo's got his own problems with Brinky and Ace Killer behind. Make a move down here, not quite. Bob just stretching the gap out as he pulls away from Surtees. Potter does close up as they come up to the top of the hill, but it's not enough. Are they actually closing up on Gecko as well? Oh, Bob taking risks. Careful. Track limits, that's one of those turns you just can't get wrong. Oh, Bob's run it up a little bit wide through there as well. Again, just keeps himself in front of Potter. Tricks then 6.1 seconds lead halfway into the race. 8 laps had a 16. Gecko second, he's got himself 1.6 seconds back to third place Bob. Bob's still got Potter just under a sec. Oh, Philo getting a bit tail happy out of Graham Hill. He's put him under loads of pressure from Brinky now, running this back straight. A tiny bit more breathing room as well. Brinky then pushing for fifth. Ace Killer dropped back a little bit. He's now 1.5 seconds back. Oh! He sticks a wheel on the sand, spins himself round into the Armco he goes. Front end damage, transmission damage. That's a trip to the pits for Ace Killer. Damage there, Ace Killer. It's lucky or unlucky time to go on board, depending how you want to look at it, which side of the camera you're on, I suppose. Phil G still pushing here then. Racing Soft's looking a bit worn. 7 seconds back from Ace Killer. Again, we'll close that gap up and take that position with Ace Killer in the pits. There goes Phil G then. Yes, halfway through the race, that's going to be traumatic for any kind of position moves here now. See, by the time he's back up to speed, he's going to be 10 seconds back. Elvio's still 6.1 seconds up front from Gecko. Gecko's still comfortably in front of Bob. Bob's still got a mirror full of Potter. Philo's not out of the woods yet either. That big yellow bumblebee of Brinkies. Let's get on board and see what that looks like. That big thing wielding down on him. Up there, Brinky. Not enough to make a move though. Can he keep himself in touch to have a go up into Druids? No, not quite. A little bit wide there for Philo, but doesn't do his race any harm. Everybody exploring those track limits, looking for those quickest lines. Again, slight misjudgment. You saw from Ace Killer, and around you go. He then still not able to get past Philo. Ooh, Philo dipping wheels on this grass, he's got to be careful. Risking it here, Philo. Rinky then hunting down that 5th position. Fat Pickles into 7th. Ritzberger 8th. G-Marge 9th. Jambu in 10th. Diablo 11th. Diablo's been in. Fresh set of softs. Phil G in 12th. Ace Killer back out the pits. 9.8 seconds down though. Still, anybody else crash it up. Ace Killer, what's happening? It's like almost like you're camera shy. We'll stop pointing at you now. Disgusting amount of lead LVO's pulling. 6.6 seconds now. Bobby under even more pressure from Potter here. Still got that battle right behind between LVO and Brinky here as well. Fat Pickles is actually closing up on those two. Potter McPot has got himself right into the slipstream of Bobby here. Both drivers just starting to struggle with this tyre wear. 0.3 of a second then between Bob and Potter. Potter chucks himself up the inside. Who's going to carry the speed down the hill? Oh, Potter leaves plenty of space, but he does get through in the end. Potter then drops back to 4th position. Potter takes that 3rd. So he's now got 4.1 seconds to try and hunt down Gecko Racer. It's a tall order on lap 12 of 16, that's for sure. Bobby, though, in the slipstream. There's that battle between Philo and Brinky in the background, still raging on. Let's go and have a look at that, shall we? Again, everyone risking it through Sheen. Still, Philo holds that fifth. Brinky not been able to take that position off him. And there is Fat Pickles. He has closed the gap up in that little M3. Can he make a sly move right at the end of this first race? He's a big, heavy Jag and BMW M6. It's got to be costing him on tyre wear. There is Brinky having a look up the inside here then. Not quite able to get the power down, so Philo just keeps it. And there is Fat Pickles. He's definitely within slipstream range of these two. Maybe not quite, not quite. Definitely on here though for Brinky. He's pushing Philo hard. So that was the wrong way. Let's get ourselves on board with Brinky then, as he's on the hunt for this fifth. Again, Philo goes a little bit wide on the grass. Brinky has to look around the outside. Philo holds that inside line, but Brinky now goes for the switch up the inside. Oh, his tyres just give out. Still harassing Philo for that fifth. There is Fat Pickles, hot on these boys' tails. They are closing up on Bobby as well, by the looks of it. Oof, Brinky not quite able to get the power down. There's a great big Jag in the way. There is Fat Pickles. Again, Philo goes wide. Brinky goes through then. Can Fat Pickles follow him through? Yes, he can. Dirty tyres on board for Philo. He's done well to keep that pointing in the straight line. He's going to get overtaken by Britsberger here. So pushing hard then. Brinky forced him into a mistake. Now, Fat Pickles might have a go at Brinky here for this fifth. He's not out of the woods yet. There is Bobby and Potter just in front. 1.5 seconds the gap here. Let's go and have a look where LVO Tricks is. Lost a bit of time then, 6 seconds, 5.9. Again, lap of 15 of 16. It'll be a tall order for anyone to take those positions, that position off him. And the same for Gr3, who's got another 5 seconds over Potter. Potter's still got Bob for company. Brinky in that 5th position then. Now with Fat Pickles chasing him down for that one. Philo does hold on to that 7th. Britsberger now harassing him for that position. G-Marge in 9th. Diablo a little way back. He's got Jambu for company in 10th and 11th. Phil G in 12th. And Ace Killer after the damage. He's been in the pits as well by the looks of it. Fresh tyres on board. Down in 13th, possibly a couple of trips. Yeah, 159.9 he's had as well. Looks like another trip to the pits for Ace Killer. A couple of times this race then. LBO Tricks coming up behind him as well, race leader. Oh! Just keeping hold of that then, LVO. I bet his heart went then. Led the race from start to finish. Then bins it. Just lose a bit of time, but not enough to put him under any pressure. Well, not unless he causes himself to have mistakes like that. So Potter McPotts still got Bobby. Brinky right up Bob's rear end here. Still got Fat Pickles in striking distance, these two. Tyre wear on Brinky's M6 is looking amazingly good. He's having a go at Bob here in the M3. Bob really struggling on this tyre wear. Pickles has done a better job with his tyres as well. He's Bob though. Yeah, he's absolutely smashed those softs. So into this final lap then. Nobody is catching Elvio, not without himself throwing himself off track. Which he nearly did. He took his time through there that time. Through Sterling's, just this little straight to go. Elvio tricks then round the final turn, comes through. He's going to take the win here in race 1. Racer's going to come through to take second. Again, quite big gaps developed between the top 3. There is Potter come home for that 3rd position. Backwards, Bobby takes 4th, Brinky takes 5th, Fat Pickles takes 6th. Real close at the end there, those 3. Britzberger takes 7th, Philo takes 8th. G Marge takes 9th. Diablo's going to come home for 10th. A little bit of damage on board there for Diablo. Jambu takes 11th. Just wait for Phil G and Ace Killer. Yeah, Phil G taking 12th then. Not sure what happened to Phil G, but he ended up off track. Ace Killer still struggling to keep that Nissan pointing in a Datsun, sorry, pointing in a straight line. Just manages to keep it. Takes that last place then. Ace Killer, he's not had a good race 1 tonight here. Unfortunately, he's got to do it all again for twice as long. So we've got a little bit of a break and then we jump into a 33 lapper. Ooh. You've seen a few people have ended up damaged. A few people have ended up spinning off track. Got it all coming up again. So there are 2 leagues running of this tonight. We've got the pros you're watching with me, and we've got the Pro-Am's going to be streamed live on Friday by D.Dot Racing. He has got his POV running live tonight over on Facebook. That's D.90 over on Facebook. So go and check that out. Like I say, we'll be doing the live stream of the post-race Pro-Ams on Friday, I think. Big shout out to the team's, the race sponsors as well. Team Oliver Racing. Michael and Stuart over there putting their name behind us. The Mental Head Truck Racers. Mental Truck Racers. Heading out on track already. Looking for those lines again, testing out a different tyre strategy maybe. So Ace Killer's going to lead us off after a terrible race 1. Can he make it work? Potomac Pot, Bobby, Elvio and Gecko all start from the back. They do carry over extra weight into race 2 as well, so they the top 3, sorry. So that's Elvio, Gecko and Potter all carry over slightly extra weight into race 2. And starting from the back of the pack. See if Phil G can have a better race as well. There we go, lobby settings just being changed around a little bit. 33 laps here. What can Elvio do from the back? Like you say, he had 6-second lead. Can he make that kind of work, that speed work with the extra power, with the extra weight on? 8-minute break. That's a random number of minutes for a break. How are we all doing, people? All right? No G Marge in the chat this week. What's going on? Sorry people, I've got my mouth full of things. That came out wrong. So I don't know when that random 8-minute break started. It's like 21:14 or something. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to get myself in the lobby because who knows? Who knows how long 8 minutes is? How could you ever measure it? Especially if you don't know when it started. Mr. Barlow, evening, brother. Should I say g'day? I'm out race 2, thumb injury. That's a shame. Hard on it with all the right-handers. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And you just got your wheel back, ain't you? So no Diablo for race 2 then. Injury for causing him to pull out. It's a shame for Diablo. Brinky doing that great big thing. Great race 1. Harassing all sorts of people. Diablo. So can Ace Killer have a better race 2? Because hey, it might have been 2 or 3 times he ended up in the pits. Yes, I can imagine they're well, you've got Fanatec. Don't know if it's direct drive or not, but if it is, whew, yeah, bad thumb is not the one to have. They don't mess about. Testing out the drift skills of these Gr3 cars. As you can see, not great. G-Marge would beg to differ though. G-Marge is a bit of a G when it comes to the old driftertroning in these. Is he out on track? Is he trying to get it sideways somewhere? No. Calmly sitting in the pits, look. Fat Pickles, bro, in that Dayglow orange. Can't miss him coming. Phil G in the semi-camouflaged thing. Don't know what Bob's is. Probably anime of some description. Got to be a little hint of that. Godspeed Charlie on the back end of Jambu's car. Burghardt Photography on the front as well. Family sponsor, family company. See everybody rocking the Team Oliver Racing logo as well. Jambu just got his on the front left and right bumper bottoms. G-Marge out on track now. There you go. Testing out the drift look. Maybe not the best track to try it. I think Blue Moon's quite good for it. Not that G-Marge cares, look. Drift anywhere. Jambu, stop it. Drive that car properly. Stop it, you. Coming through there at 5 million miles an hour. Fat Pickles trying to do the same thing, take somebody out. Nice Killer dropping himself out of the pits then. Philo still sitting in there. Just waiting for him and Potter McPot. We'll get this one underway. Pit exit full of M3s, look. You wouldn't get this in the Formula 1, would you? I mean, people donutting it, waiting for the race. People driving on the grass, reversing. Look, chaos, look, LVO. J-turning it. Look, testing those lines. Here we go then, race 2 coming up, 33 laps. Brinky even giving it a bit of a driftathon through the final turn. Reverse grid for race 2. Can Ace Killer get a good start? Like I say, didn't have a great race 1. He's going to be harassed by Phil G and Jambu though. Philo's right there as well in 5th. Here go then, 33 laps here at Brands Hatch. It's not the best of starts for Ace Killer, a little bit sideways off the line. He's going to get harassed by G-Marge and Philo for that position. Just holds onto it for now. So Phil G into the lead then off the start. G-Marge second, but he's run wide through there. Jambu side by side with him as they run down the hill. Jambu gets through then into second. Jambu third. Jambu third. I've got that wrong again. Jambu second. G-Marge third. Ace Killer coming back at him, having that third. G-Marge now down to fourth position. Philo fifth, then Bobby sixth, Britzberger seventh, Potter McPot in eighth, Fat Pickles ninth, Gecko Racer 10th, Brinky in 11th, LVO Tricks in 12th. That was Bobby 6th. Did I miss Bob? Phil G though. Already 1.7 second lead over Jambu. Ace Killer, oh, Ace Killer, sideways a little bit through there. Back up into third position. Again, goes a little bit wide there, Ace Killer. Losing all sorts of positions here. G-Marge goes through, Philo, Bobby. Puts himself under pressure from Britzberger for that position as well. There's a little bit of glitching maybe going on Ace Killer's interwebs. So bunching up though, Potter dives up the inside of Britzberger, takes that position straight off him. Left the door open there, Britzberger a little bit. Fat Pickles in 9th then, Gecko Racer in 10th, Bricky 11th, LVO in 12th. Phil G then, 2-second lead. Jambu second, also pulled a bit of time. Bobby up into third, Philo fourth, Ace Killer fifth, G-Marge sixth. G-Marge must have made a mistake somewhere. He's on the medium tyre as well. Oh, Philo's gone wide, G-Marge has gone wide. Potter slots himself through, G-Marge needs to get himself off the dirt. He's going to be running slow, a lot of drivers closing up on him here. Looking for positions. Oh, G-Marge! Oh, he's been pressured round Sterling's. He's dipped a wheel on the grass, around he's gone. That's damage early on. I mean, better to get it done now than later on in the race. But into the pits he goes. So up front then, Phil G, 2.4 seconds as he goes through Druids. Bobby under pressure from Jambu. M3, first, second and third. Philo in the Jag in fourth. There is G-Marge getting himself repaired. You're not allowed to change tyres before the end of lap 8. So luckily on the mediums, not a lot of wear on those for G-Marge. Killer then on the back end of Philo, looking for that position. Looks up the inside, down Dingle Dell. Backs out, allows Philo to keep that fourth. Again, gone wide through there, Philo. Saw him do that in race 1 as well. Ace Killer putting the pressure on him here. Oh, Ace Killer, no! Ace Killer, no! He's going to hemorrhage positions here again, down to 9th. Terrible even at a Brands Hatch for Ace Killer. Back up front, that gap between Phil G and Bobby's come right down to 1.2 seconds. Oof. Jambu holding third. Philo I've just seen get sideways out of Graham Hill. Pot just half a second back. Britzberger right on his tail in 6th. bit of a short shift there for Britsberger. Save that tiny bit of fuel. Keeps himself keeps himself closing up on Potter. Keeps piling the pressure on. Got to be careful. Doesn't want to pick up a penalty. There you go. Cuts that turn a little bit too tight. You can drop these penalties, but you can't overtake while you've got one. So it's better to drop that as soon as possible. Sort of lifting and coasting into this turn. Oh, runs a little bit deep there though, does Britsberger. Loses a tiny bit of his penalty, but cost him a bit of time to Potter. The hill then into Druids once more. Potter pot right on the tail of Philo. Britsberger keeping himself right in check as well. That battle behind hotting up. Fat Pickles in 7th. Ace Killer moved up another position into 8th. Oh, struggling to keep that thing pointing in a straight line. Now throws himself up the inside. I thought about it. Fat Pickles cuts him off. Gecko Racer a little bit sideways out of Sturties in the Ford. In 9th at the minute, Gecko. Brinky 10th, Elvio Tricks 11th, and G Marge damage repaired in 12th. 30 seconds down, unfortunately. Phil G then, what's happened? Made a mistake? Has Bob just spanked it? What's he got? Lap times, yeah. 122.3, 122.0, 122.3 for Phil G. Bobby, on the other hand, is on a 121.8, 121.2, 121.4. Just actually putting in a 125.3 there, but somehow still managing to catch up and overtake Phil G. Jambu holding 3rd though, but he is being closed up by Potter and Philo here. Managed to pull a little bit of time between themselves and Britsberger as well. Still trying to lose that penalty. Fat Pickle 7th. Ace Killer still in 8th. Gecko Racer still 9th behind him. Brinky closing back up in 10th. Elvio Tricks as well, just hanging on to Elvio. 1.2 seconds down for race 1 winner. The extra weight on has Elvio, as has Gecko, as has Potter. Potter seems to be benefiting the most out of it so far. There is G Marge taking a little bit of time out of Elvio. Bob, 2.3 seconds. Putting some storming laps in. He didn't put a 125.2 in. It's showing up as a 121 now. All 121s on the board for Bob then at the minute, apart from the start lap. Say the M3, oh, he's picked up a penalty as Bob. M3 a popular choice this season. Top 3 all driving an M3. Philo in the Jag, Potter in the Corvette, Britsberger in an M3. Fat Pickles M3, Ace Killer in the Nissan. Tin, Fat Pickles under all sorts of pressure. Goes for the move here though. Goes through, does Ace Killer. Can he hold on to it though? Fat Pickles has slotted himself right into the slipstream. Drivers making it through there cleanly, down into Sterling. Oh, a little bit sideways for Fat Pickles. He's kept it pointing in the right direction, but he's lost a bit of time to Ace Killer. He'll be thankful of that. Gap's just stretched to half a second, puts himself under a little bit of pressure from Gecko Racer in 9th. Still got Brinky harassing him. Sitting in 10th at the minute, Brinky. Again, looking good in race 1. LVO in 11th. G-Marge 12th then, with all that damage early on. Bobby then just pulling more and more time, 3.1 seconds. It's on exactly the same tyre as Phil G as well. Potter having a go at Philo then. Slots himself up the inside. Did Philo not have a good exit through Hawthorns? Potter though kicking up the dirt. Britzberger's closed that gap back up as well. Still trying to lose the penalty as Britzberger. So Potter into that 4th position. Can he make a break now from Philo and hunt down Jambu in front? Again, Britzberger just losing a bit of time to these boys. Potter goes a tiny bit deep into Druids, but holds it. Oh, just about. Philo as well, getting a little bit sideways out of there. Pushing these Gr3s then. Britzberger closes the gap back up to these two. It's a good drive out of there as well. Not going to be enough. Brings himself within touching distance of Philo. Not quite quick enough to get through there and make the move. Oh, Potter again. Just has to correct on the way out of there. So nobody on track behind these three. They are closing up on Jambu for that 3rd. Let's have a flick through and look at tyres, shall we? So Bobby stomping it out front at the minute. Racing Softs on board. 4.1 second lead over Phil G. Also got the Racing Softs on board. Jambu's got the mediums, doing well to hold 3rd with those. Potter McPot on the softs. Philo on the mediums. Again doing well to hold it on those mediums. Britzberger on the softs. Ace Killer on the softs. LVO Tricks up into 8th on the softs. Gecko Racer out the pits in 9th, so out on the softs for Gecko. Fat Pickles, fresh set of tyres as well. Fresh set of softs on board for him. Brinky, softs for Brinks, fresh set. G-Marge. What's happening to G-Marge? Not sure what's happening here. G-Marge not... pit crew aren't doing anything. Bobby then, where's he found all this power? Is it birthday cake? That's what it is. Leftover birthday cake and jelly and stuff. Got Bobble hyped, too many Smarties. Jambu then, yeah, definitely coming under pressure on those medium tyres. Again, done well. There is Potter, hunting him down. Philo's lost a tiny bit of time to these two. He's got a mirror full of Britzberger as well. That gap 0.5 of a second between Jambu and Potter. Comes down through there. gap of 0.5. We're going to see a few drivers come in the pits any minute, I would have thought. Bob's got enough fuel to do another lap, as has Phil G. Jambu's, he comes in this time. Potter follows him in. Philo follows him in as well. Some drivers have already been in. Ace Killer stops out. So Bobby stopped out. He's got enough fuel to do another lap. He's been stomping it on those semi-worn softs anyway. It's only the last 3 laps he's hit 122s. Every other lap's been a 121. Phil G's consistent at 122s. Britzberger pretty much consistent 122. There's 123 in there as well. His Killer's been putting in a little bit of a mix, a couple of 123s, 124, 122s. 122s, 124s for Philo. LVO Tricks putting in 123s really, mostly. Jambu been putting in 122s on those mediums. Potter as well, pretty much consistent 122s. Side by side with Gecko. Holds onto it, that leaves the door wide open for Pat Pickles to slot one up the inside of Gecko there. Not sure if Gecko kind of fell asleep at the wheel, so race leader Bob now comes in the pits. Now comes out the pits. So Phil G yet to stop. Bobby comes out then into second. Ace Killer in the pits. Britzberger in the pits. Potomac Pot then. Is that it? Everyone out? Oh, there's Britzberger just coming out the pits. So it is currently Phil G leading this race. I think the only driver who hasn't stopped yet. Bobby in second currently. Oh, Bob's put fresh tyres on, no fuel. Bob! Bob! You donut. Philo then, fresh tyres. Sitting in third position. LVO Tricks fourth. Jambu fifth. Ace Killer in sixth. Potomac Pot seventh, but he's got Fat Pickles and Gecko Racer looking for that position. In eighth and ninth behind. Britzberger came out the pits just behind these two in 10th. Oh, Gecko Racer slotting one up the inside of Fat Pickles there. That was a good drive. Both drivers giving enough room. Potomac Pot just fending off the pair of them. Someone's taken out a distance marker. And now Fat Pickles having another go back at Gecko Racer here. Britzberger closes back up. Brinky then 11th. G-Marge, yeah, G-Marge not sitting out this race by the looks of it. Bob. Bob. So Phil G been in the pits, come back out, 3/4 of a tank, fresh set of racing softs. Comes out right in front of NGR Jambu. Still holds fourth position. Oh, Jambu coming back at him through here. Getting side by side. Oh, tiny bit of door banging. Phil G just holds it. Jambu's putting the pressure on him though. Bobby back in the pits. He'll be saying all sorts of naughty words. So that's going to put Philo into race lead. Bob just coming out of the pits then. Is it? No, Bob, where have you gone? So it's Philo leading, Elvio Trick second, Phil G into third, then Jambu fourth, Ace Killer fifth, Potter McPot in sixth, Fat Pickles just in seventh. He's putting all sorts of pressure on Potter. Gecko Racer in eighth, then Britzberger right behind him, ninth. Again, Bobby back out of the pits in 10th. Terrible race 2 for Bob. Brinky in the pit. Brinky's got damage. Sticking a fresh set on, get that repaired. G-Marge sitting this one out. So Philo then 2.4 seconds over Elvio. Came in a little bit earlier, did Elvio. Phil G then into third, being harassed by another BMW M3 in fourth. Jambu right behind him. Ace Killer in fifth. Not taking on that much fuel in the stop. He's got a bit of a gap between himself and Potter though, 3.6 seconds. He's still got Fat Pickles for company. Potter on that medium tyre for the second stint. Again, doing well to hold it himself in front of Fat Pickles and Gecko Racer. Both drivers on the softs. Bobby also back out of the pits on those softs. Gets himself past Britzberger. Britzberger's also come out on the medium tyre. So under pressure from Bob. Fat Pickle still piling the pressure on Potter in front as well. Medium tyre holding up so far for Potter. Again, just making that car as wide as he possibly can. As difficult as possible for these drivers behind to make a move on him. It's working. These guys still got to put the medium tyre on themselves. Bobby and Gecko still side by side running down into turn one. Close back up on Potter and Fat Pickles. So the gap between Philo and Elvio has come right down. It was 1 point something seconds. It's now less than a second. And Phil G just 2.1 seconds back, still hauling Jambu with him. Not let him drop has Jambu. Ace Killer in fifth then. Again, still holding plenty of time over Potter. That gap actually extending. Ace Killer on that medium tyre as well. Getting that one done in the middle stint. Bobby then back up into seventh. He has got himself in front of Gecko. They both got themselves in front of Fat Pickles as well. Train of 5 drivers here. Bobby all over the back end of Potter. Bob on that soft tyre again, did well in the first stint. Well, until he muffed up his pit stops. Potter having to go massively defensive on the run up to Druids. Bobby also under pressure, looking for a way past Potter. He's leaving the door open, but we've just seen Fat Pickles. He's dipped a wheel on the grass coming out of Druids. That's spun him up, not into the wall. He's not picked up any damage, but he's out of that fight with those boys in front now. Oh, and Ace Killer's messed it up as well. Ace Killer's got it wrong. He's now in the thick of it. Potter McPot managed to actually get up to fifth. Ace Killer sixth, but for how much longer? Bobby slots one up the inside. That might leave the door open as well for Britzberger and Gecko here. Gecko gets through. Britzberger has a look. Still side by side. Ace Killer just holds on to it, so yeah, Ace Killer. A terrible lap there. Britzberger then 9th, right behind him. Fat Pickles after that little off-track moment, down in 10th, 2.2 seconds back. Brinky in 11th, 52.6 seconds down. A couple of trips to the pits there for Brinky. He's picked up damage. G-Marge sitting this one out. Unfortunately, we've lost Diablo due to injury. So Elvio's made a mistake here as well. Philo's managed to pull 2 seconds on him. Elvio now under threat from Phil G. Phil G and Jambu have been neck and neck for this middle stint. Just starting to struggle with tyre wear. Yeah, Phil's looking a lot better. Jambu's got a tiny bit more wear on. Less fuel as well on for Jambu, so he'll have to come in the pits earlier. So gap back to these boys, 11.2 seconds. Bobby gets himself past Potter. Gets pushed down to 6th then, back under pressure from Gecko Racer in 7th. Britzberger still only a second down in 8th. Fat Pickles pulled that 2.2 seconds gap down to 1.4. Might still be able to get himself back in touch with this fight in front. Ace Killer 21.5 seconds down. He's been back in the pits, picked up a fresh set of tyres. Another set of softs on board for him. Then 11th. There'll be a tricks in the pits this lap. Yeah, put that fuel on. Stays in front of Ace Killer and Brinky. So Phil G into 2nd, Jambu 3rd. They will have to stop again. Big gap back to Bobby, 10.2 seconds, although Bobby's starting to make a bit of a charge now. Potter Pot still fending off these drivers on those medium tyres. Again, he's lost that fight to Bob. Bob's managed to make his way past. But it's taken them a few laps to have a go at him. In 6th then, Britzberger 7th. Fat Pickles bringing that gap down still, 1.1 seconds. Evening Billy, how are you doing my friend? Did you find some tinnies? Did you find some Guinness in the fridge? I know you were looking for some. Britzberger in the pits this lap as well, out of fuel. Killer then 10th, Brinky 11th. Where's Britzberger going to come out? It's going to be side by side with Ace Killer here, I think. Pretty much. So very similar on fuel, these two. Tiny bit more wear on Ace Killer's tyres. He's done a couple of laps on those, or he's done a lap, I think. There's the gap up front, 4.1 seconds between Philo and Phil G. Phil G's managed to pull a bit of time between himself and Jambu here as well. Jambu's tyres starting to give out. Phil G's still got plenty of life left in his. Jambu also running out of fuel here. Are we going to see him come in? Yes, we are. Gives Phil G plenty of clear track behind him. Just concentrate on that gap in front. Over behind Bob's fuel. Nice one, Billy. Where is he? Here he is, 3rd. He's not doing too bad. He's not doing too bad. We'll see what happens though if he has to come in. So I've still got 11 laps to race of this one. Philo now 4.6 seconds away from Phil G. Tyres starting to... Oh, he's going to have to pit though. He'll have to pit at the end of this lap. That should give Phil G the lead. He's still got just over a quarter of a tank as well. But he is still pulling time on Phil G at the minute. There it is, 5.3 seconds. In the pits he comes. G stops out then, so he will take the lead of the race. And just on the quarter of a tank mark as he crosses the line. Let's see how that plays out for him later on in the race. Bobby then into second, so Jambu's already been in the pits, come out. Potter and Philo both in the pits now then. Philo back out. Just over half a tank and a fresh set of racing softs on. 10 laps to go. Gr3, fourth position. Reasonably fresh set of racing softs on. Just over half a tank. Jambu fifth. Fresh set of softs. Nearly 3/4 of a tank. Fat Pickles just over half a tank. Fresh set of softs. He's killer on those semi-worn softs. Just over half a tank. Burger. Couple of laps on those softs, just over half a tank. Potter McPot, nearly 3/4 of a tank, fresh set of softs. Gr3, fresh set of softs, and just over half a tank. Oh, Brinky. Now got half a tank of dust. No damage on, he's managed to keep it out of the wall, but just over half a tank. Semi-worn set of mediums on for Brinks. Phil G, 8.8 seconds over Bob. Bob got plenty of fuel on. What can Phil G do here? Can he do a splash and dash and get himself back in the race? Can Bob keep that thing pointing in a straight line? What can Philo do now he's got those fresh tyres on? Third. 5 seconds down from Philo. Gr3 another 5.6 back from him. Jambu just 1.4 back. Fresh set of softs on. Fat Pickles 6th, 10.6 seconds down. Ace Killer just 1.4 seconds back. Britzberger 1.1 seconds down. Potter McPot half a second down from Britzberger. Closing up as well. Bringing Gr3 just 0.7 of a second back with him. Brinky 37.2 down. So Bobby still bringing that time down. Phil G in the pits this lap. Still got a little blob of fuel on as well, so he won't have to spend as much time in that pit box. Bobby goes through. Philo goes through. Elvio goes through. Phil G released from his pit box. Jambu goes through as well. Phil G comes out then. Suited and booted. Can run till the end of the race. 25 laps of 33. He's got the medium tyres on now. And just over half a tank. 5th position for Phil G. Jambu on the softs. Oh, Brinky. You just staying out of the way, or have you managed to pick up damage? We'll have a look at that in a second. Where are you, Brinks? There you are. Oh yeah, it's damage on board for Brinky, unfortunately. Yeah, he did look to be running remarkably slow around there, so it's another trip back to the pits. It looks like he's picked it up very early on in the lap, so it's a long way back. Watching these drivers come barreling past you at 100 odd miles an hour. And there he is doing 70. So Bob leads then. Beaten up set of softs on board for him. Can he make them last? Has he got enough fuel on? I don't know. I don't know if he's got enough fuel on board. 3.6 seconds to get back to this man, Philo. Again, just under half a tank for Philo. LBO tricks, bang on the half a tank mark. A little bit of wear showing on his softs. Jambu is closing that gap 1.1 second. He's also on the softs. Everyone pretty much on half a tank now. Phil G just got a little bit more. 3.5 seconds the gap between himself and Jambu. Fat Pickles just under half a tank. Car's better than I do, so we'll see how they get on. Ace Killer in 7th, then 3.3 seconds back from Fat Pickles. Potter McPot just 1.6 seconds back, but Britsburger's having a go at him. Britsburger's had a go at him and takes that position. Oh, Potter, gotta be careful. Just allowing that great big car to run wide is Potter. Just maybe not quite realising how wide the tail end of it is. Pressure from Gecko. Got a tow from Britsburger in front, so that just keeps him out of that danger of an attack from Gecko. All three of these are closing up on Ace Killer by the looks of it. Position could be under threat here. Through Surtees and onto this long back straight. Who's going to get the best run out? Oh, Potter gets a bit squirrely on the way through. Not too much time lost though. Gecko not able to take advantage. Definitely taking some time out of Ace Killer in front. Yeah, Bob's not doing too bad. We'll see how he gets on though. Let's go and see what he's doing up front. 2.5 seconds lead. His tyres are starting to really hurt. And he's got just over a quarter of a tank. What do we think? Can he do the next 5 laps on that? Philo's very similar on fuel, but his tyres are in a lot better condition. Oh, he's chopping chunks out. 1.8, 1.7. Bob's struggling then to get this car around these corners at these speeds. 4 seconds the gap down to. Still at 1.4. Does just take another 10th there. Plenty of time between themselves and LVO in 3rd. 5.7 seconds back between Philo and LVO. Catch Philo making the move on Bob. Gap coming down again, 1.1 seconds. This is where Philo will take chunks out around these slow turns, getting the power back down. Bobby's going to struggle. I'll say that as he gains a 10th. Down to a second then. 29 of 33. Bob make these very poorly tyres work. Gap down to 0.8. 0.7 right in the slipstream range then for Philo. These M3s, like I say, they've proved their worth here. And throughout the season, really, so far. Gap down to 0.6, coming down ever so slightly there between Bobby and Philo. 0.3. Again, gets a good drive out all the way down the hill. Not able to make a move on Bob into Surtees, but he'll certainly be in a good position. Oh, he thought about it. Bob take a slightly compromised line on the way through there, but he does keep that lead for the time being. Philo closing up though. Slipstream kicking in. Can he force the first place man into a mistake with those tyres? Doing well, Bob. Philo all over the back of him as they come through Surtees. Sterling's, apologies. Okay, Bob, look, just keeping his car right in the middle of the track. Nope, you're not having that. Right, let's have a quick flick through then. We're going to hit... Oh, here we go. I might just stick with this, actually. Bobby holding onto this lead then. Philo in second. Elvio in third, 5.3 seconds back. Jambu closing up, 1.2 in fourth. Phil G, another 5.8 back in fifth. Fat Pickles closing that gap up a little bit, 2.2 seconds down in sixth. Ace Killer seventh, but he has got Potter McPot all over the back end of him, and a Gecko Racer and a Britsburger. Potter has gone sideways through Paddock Hill. Don't know if there was a tiny bit of contact between himself and Ace Killer. Pushed him a tiny bit wide through there. Gecko's gone through, Britsburger's gone through. Potter down to 10th. Oh, looks like Brinky's sitting this one out as well. Here it is then. Philo, Bobby still at it. Bob's just putting his car in all the right places. Tyres like screaming at him. Lap 31 coming into an end here. 2 more laps to do. He holds that inside line. Making Philo look around the outside again. Philo's door. Oh, gets it sideways through there. Keeps it in touch with Bob. Bob not able to outbrake Philo, so Philo gets himself back into race lead. Bobby's second. And as much as he'd want to fight Philo for that lead again, he just ought to think about his race behind. LVO Tricks now 3.5 seconds back. Jambu's still just 1.1 seconds back from him as well. Only 2 laps remaining. Bob doesn't want to stick it in the wall right at this last minute. Phil G 5th then. Fat Pickles is closing up on him. Gecko Racer 7th. Britsburger 8th. Potter McPot in 9th. Ace Killer 10th. What happened, Ace Killer? Yeah, Brinky and G Marge sitting this one out then. That gap developed already between Philo and Bob, 2 seconds. Bob has got an LVO Tricks closing up on him as well. Those tyres really hurting Bob. He's got 1 more lap to try and keep those together. Jambu's made a mistake here as well. Lost a lot of time to LVO. That gap was one at 1.2 seconds. It's now 4.8. Puts himself under a little bit of pressure from Phil G. To go. G is going to be hard pushed to take that place. So can Bob hold this second? 2.4 second gap. Elvio's tyres looking in a lot better condition, but it's a big old gap to take down still. As long as he doesn't run out of fuel as well, Bob. Real good battle then between Philo and Bobby right then. It was never going to last. Philo was always the odds-on favourite to win that one with his fuel and tyre wear and stuff. So Philo is going to take the win here in race 2. A Jag won in race 1, and a Jag's going to win here in race 2. So Philo wins then. Bobby comes home in 2nd. Race 1 winner comes home in 3rd. Jambu comes home 4th. Phil G takes 5th. That Pickles 6th. Gecko Racer is going to come home for 7th. Blitzberger takes 8th. What happened to Potter? Got it wrong somewhere. He lost a lot of time to Blitzberger and Gecko fight then, so he takes 9th. Ace Killer just comes around this final turn. He's coming in for 10th. Again, likes running himself off track just there. Bricky's going to take 11th, and G Marge is going to take 12th. Unfortunately, we didn't see Diablo in race 2. He's hurt his thumb. Did it kick you out automatically? Was Brinky still in there then? Yeah, both of those drivers picking up a bit of damage. Head into the pits. Just decided enough was enough. There are your results then. Philo taking the win, Bobby 2nd, Elvio in 3rd. Shakes up the table a little bit. There it is, round 6 done and dusted. Let's see what's happening in the chat. All looked pretty decent. See what happens between the Jambu Philo touch in early on. We'll see what happens. Yeah, round 6 done and dusted. 2 races. So we'll have to see what happens in the tables next week. Might be a little bit of a shuffle around. Right, what have we got coming up then? So back on Friday night for the Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. And then Sunday night, what are we talking about? Should I say that again? Right, this is the Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. Friday night, 9 o'clock, GTTCC GR4 class. Whew. Sunday night, 9 o'clock, P1 GR3s. Whew. Monday night, 8:30, Minis, Chewit Racing. Whew. Same time, same place next week, 8:30, Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Whew. Look at that. It was some good racing, wasn't it, Billy? It was some good racing. Like I say, Bob did well. Those beating up tyres to fend off Philo for quite so many laps. No problem, Mr. Pickles. No problemo. LVO Tricks, no problem. So yeah, some good racing there. Like I say, you know what's coming up. Friday night, 9 o'clock. Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Monday night, 8:30. Wednesday night, 8:30. Bosh. That's about the size of it. So that's pretty much going to be it from me. If you want to help the channel out, get yourself over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker and drop donations on there if you want to, or if you want to hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com, or message me on the Facebook page. I've got t-shirts and tickers available if you want any of those. Hit me up if you want any of that. Oh, there we go, getting kicked out of the lobby. But yes, that's going to be it from me. I hope you like what you watched. If you have, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.
Yeah.